Good evening, everyone, and welcome tonight. It is day 171. 171. Welcome to you all here. I see you there, Charles J. Powell. Welcome. You hang around at the end. It will be something that interests you and our other person there. So first of all, I just want to say hello and welcome to everybody. Ricochet was dropping some knowledge on us at the beginning. Interesting read there. Jeffrey Burnett, is always welcome. Thank you for being here and moderating. Couldn't do it without you. Pat Shove out there, bless you. Chuck Pinkham, San Jose. Mark McLaren, let's throw this one up there. Some of the reports and videos I've seen today out of Ukraine sounds like Woo White, a good day. Let's like it was a good day for a moral boost for the Ukrainians. Hope there may be many more in the days to come. There will be, and today overall was a very good day. So we're going to be looking at that. You're going to be fully updated here in a few moments. Lynn and Harold down there in Virginia, bless you. Cheryl Brownlee, Wisconsin, up in the house. Welcome to you. Carol out there in Santa Clara, California. Maximal Mustang, love your name. Coming in from Germany. So welcome to you, my friend. Midlothian, Virginia, Rogammon, I see you there. Paul Kiss, you know the statement. Resident Canadian, Pennsylvanian. Edward Dooley, Slava Ukraina. That's Pravina Bratushka at the Pravina. Reflex 151. Hey, Greg, glad to see the sub count creeping up. Super informative. Thank you very much. And yeah, we're gaining some momentum here. It's going to be good. So thank you. So all of you, I can't see everybody, but welcome to you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and our family over there at the Reddit community. Izagani King, I see you there. Manila, Philippines. Good morning to you, my dear friend. So folks, we're going to get to it. Going to be a full night, full update. And here we go. Saturday night. 171 on the day, and this is the title of the program, What Really Happens During an Evacuation Mission. Now, we're going to be looking at that closely toward the end of the program, and tonight, going to be sharing with you firsthand. Don't worry, fellas. Just the right information, but you're going to see. Anthony Gao. Anthony Gao. Go, Gao. I'm trying to remember, bro. Welcome from Richmond, Virginia. God bless you, my friend. I'm glad you're in here tonight. So here we have it. Let's get going. We're going to start with a difficult day in Donetsk. We've had a very difficult day in Donetsk. Golf. Thank you. Anthony Goff, you stud. This is Donetsk. Over here to the right, you're going to see the city of Donetsk, of course, completely occupied. That's a major city there, and Russia is trying to push and take the rest of that Donetsk Oblast. Now, with that said, they're making some pushes on some major highways here. The first highway that they're making a push on is at the bottom. So we're going to go from the bottom to the top on this one, because today, this was a tough day here for Ukraine. Lots of heavy battles. Pushing back and forth on both sides in 5 key cities. This came straight from the general staff a little while ago. Marinka, down on the bottom, that's going to be your bottom arrow there. And that would be the town that is on the road. If you see the yellow line going across the map there, that's the main road that goes to Zaporozhye, which we know of, large city. Now, what's interesting for Ukraine and many other nations, when you are in Ukraine, and soon I'll be showing you this personally, but when you're in Ukraine, it's not like in America or maybe even Germany there, Maximal Mustang with the Autobahn. You do not get on a highway in Ukraine much like we do here in the U.S., for example. I live up in northwestern Pennsylvania, and when I want to go south, I get on Interstate 79. It doesn't say the Pittsburgh Road. It doesn't say the West Virginia Road. Or if you're on 95 coming out of Richmond, Virginia, and you go north, the highway's not called the Washington Highway. It's called I-95. We go north and south, and we have lots of cities. But in Ukraine, you've got major cities, and these roads are named after these cities. Yes, they have numbers, of course, but basically, when you are coming out of Donetsk, you have two main roads that you can go on. You either go on the Zaporozhye road or you go on the Dnipro road. And the Zaporozhye road, Marinka is the guarding little town there, and it's heavy, heavy fighting there. Above that is Krasnoyarivka, and of course fighting there because they're trying to get access and push up that road. Over to the middle, you see Pisky. I showed you some video on that the other night. It's gone, and basically Russia now is pushing over that city. But two other places in the north, hot battles from the general staff is Andriivka and Krasnoyarivka. So these two cities here are hot. You can see this is the push to try to push out that southern portion of the Donetsk Oblast. So difficult day in Donetsk. But great day in Kherson and Mykolaiv. Send. I heard Russian command left Kherson. Is that confirmed? Well, I can confirm with you that they have not left Kherson. What happened, they withdrew beyond the river Dnipro, or the Dnieper River. I'm going to show you that now. So no, the command has not left Kherson, but they've had to pull back, and I'm going to explain that to you now. So blue arrows there is coming out of Mykolaiv. Ukraine has made a strong push out of Mykolaiv, and you can see it between the two blue arrows there, pushing down toward Kherson. Remember, 5 or 6 days ago, I shared with you that this was the location where Russia was wrapping in 25,000 additional forces. Well, they were, but Ukraine has repelled that. And in fact, Ukraine has pushed a lot of the defensive forces back across the Dnipro River. Why? Because Russia is having to reevaluate what they're doing and even maybe head up to the north where you see the red arrow wrapping around. Why? Two main reasons. Number one, the two bridges, they are out of commission. The Androvsky Bridge and the Novokhovka Bridge, out of commission. Secondly, over the last couple of days, Ukraine was able to strike the two main highways, one coming out of Kherson and one coming out of Novokhovka. Those roads are now impassable. You cannot travel on those roads. They're done. They're blocked. They'll have to be repaired before they can be used. So the Russian forces pulled back to defensive positions while they're trying to figure out their logistics. This was a great day. What we've done is pushed, and it's been happening for a couple of days, but I'd like to make sure we're confirmed. We are confirmed. Bridges are not functioning, and the two main roads have been damaged so that traffic cannot be pushing to the north against Mykolaiv. Shelling still going on? Yes. Missiles flying? Yes. But the Russian forces have been pushed back to the Dnipro River and somewhat across the Dnipro River while they're trying to consolidate, repair, and get another plan. Now, with that said, we know that Russia made an effort to push their advancement strong in the south here at Mykolaiv and Novokhovka and up to Zaporozhye and Energodar, the Zaporozhye nuclear power plants, the game right in the middle of this, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But this is definitely a major, major moral boost for Ukraine. They've really made an advancement there. Now, with that said, Donetsk is tough. The east is tough. I'm just going to tell you the truth. In fact, I'm going to show you the truth in just a few minutes. But the south, we had a good push there, so very thankful for that. Now, talking about Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, August the 13th today, it's 9:12 p.m. here. We're live, 4:12 a.m. in Ukraine, 6:12 a.m. out West, California. Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, today's information, confirmed. This is officially now a game of propaganda. And I'm going to show you the propaganda. I'm going to show you how this is working. First of all, confirmed 100%, the Russian Federation are continuing to shell the nuclear power plant. But they are shelling it under the Ukrainian flag. There is even proof of where the Russian soldiers are coming in and they're taking off their Russian markers. They're putting on Ukrainian markers and they're shelling and they're taking pictures. And then they're trying to put it out to the world. It's not true, folks. Listen to me. It's not true. Ukraine is not shelling the nuclear plant. The Russian forces are shelling the nuclear plant. Period. Can also confirm that today Building 1 was struck again. There was a fire up adjacent to the building. Now, the nuclear scientists are saying as long as we don't have a major direct strike, it's going to be very difficult to have a major catastrophe. Can we have minor ones? Absolutely, but a major. The walls on those reactors are 10 meters thick. So it's going to be a challenge. I think the Russian forces know that because they completely control it and they're playing games. This is a game of propaganda. Who can persuade the most people that they're the good guys? Third statement happened today. Fires at facility that the Russian Federation forces extinguish. So here's what happened. They struck the plant, areas around Building 1, Reactor 1 caught on fire. Russia rolled in and put out the fire that they started. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you the truth. They started the fire and then they put out the fire. They started the fire with the Ukrainian uniform and flag flying, and they put out the fire with the Russian flag flying. It's the game, trying to spread the information. They also shipped 2 buses of Ukrainians out who were refusing to work at the plant. This is, well, it's a battle. And it's a battle on the battlefield, but this is also a battle in the propaganda game. Podolyak today responded. This were the things coming out of Russia. And he responded. Of course, this is advisor to the president. This is the man. If he's saying it, Zelensky's saying it. Here's what he said in his tweets. I just put one up to show you, but here's what he said. Ukraine is not shelling the Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, period. He also said that people now are fleeing Energodar. It's a great statement because he asked, if Energodar is everything so good and Russia's liberating and they're doing all of this, why today was there kilometers and kilometers and kilometers or miles and miles and miles of cars and people fleeing in Energodar? He confirmed, thirdly, there are no inspections at the Ukrainian nuclear power plant. Yes, they are aware with radiation meters, but there is nobody inspecting those power plants, those 6 reactor buildings. Nobody. He stated, de-energizing the South is goal number 1 for Russia. This is why they're playing this game. They want to de-energize the South. Why? It's easy. Because the winter's coming and it will be there quick. And they want to eliminate as much power, as much resources for the South so that the South cries out, save us, Mother Russia. Finally, Russian forces damaged equipment and they're standing to accuse Ukraine. He said, we're not doing it. I don't know, what else he can say, but it's the truth. Ukraine is not shelling the nuclear power plant. Now, you know what? Actually, let me show you this. I was going to show you this. People now fleeing in Energodar, his second point. I'm going to show you something That was today. But before we do that, so here, this is a vehicle today fleeing in Energodar. Now, if you're watching on a smaller device or a phone, maybe not your TV, it's going to be a little difficult for you to see, but just trust me. This is a person coming out of Energodar, leaving. There is a Russian tank with the Z on it, and in the back, the blue circle, you see the city name of Energodar. It was a person that was able to send out this picture and say, listen, we're leaving Energodar. Here are the Russian tanks, and we've got to go. The other thing that you need to see, what is the flag flying right to the left of the arrow? You can't see the yellow because of the color. It's the Ukrainian flag. So, in Energodar sign, the Russian tank with the Z, but hoisted up in the air is the Ukrainian flag. They're trying to get the truth out. This is what we have. Now, how many people were leaving Energodar? Well, I have a video that came in. It's about 4 minutes long, literally, of nonstop people leaving. This is not on the road to life that you guys know about heading to Zaporozhye. These are people today getting out of Energodar. It's too risky for them to stay there. What does it mean? It's out of control in that area. Here it is. I give you about 10 seconds real time, and then I put it in overdrive. Get ready. Now, unfortunately, those folks are having to go south. And you say, well, why is it such a long line of people? Because they're going to go through a checkpoint to get out. You know, Zhenya tells me all the time, typically anywhere he's going, and he has documents and all this stuff with the government and military, it makes it a little better. On the Ukrainian side, he's not going through Russian block post. He's going through Ukrainian, but they're going through a Russian block post. So those folks are having to go south out of Energodar. And actually, I'll show you here, because you need to understand, they're not going north. And I'll show you. This is what these people are going to do. We'll come over here and we'll do this. So they're here. Right here's in Energodar. Now, their goal is going to be to get to here. This is the road of life, meaning the only way to Zaporozhye. So there's no way to go this way. So these people are leaving Energodar, going south, and then hope to wrap around and get out. That's their only way, really, because this way would take them to Kherson, and no, you do not want to go that direction. This way would take them to Melitopol and over to Mariupol eventually. The only way out is this way. So they go south to turn east to go north. And that is why the backup is, because there was a block post right there. That's what the line of cars is. So that lets you understand and see a little bit of it. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Reflex 151. You're spot on, bud. It makes no sense. What does Ukraine have to gain from shelling their own nuclear power plant? Nothing. Nothing. I wonder how they shoot propaganda stuff, like literally with the UA flag in front of a plat like that, 80 kilometers inside Russian-held territory. Oh, sure. Listen, There are entire platoons or groups of soldiers that are running around in Ukrainian uniforms. This is a Ukrainian flag's a dime a dozen. They're playing a game. This is, it's modern crazy warfare of propaganda. Let's see here. They have such an easy time lying to their people. Yes, they do. They're lying to the world. And unfortunately, a lot of the world is eating it up. Here we go. Putin's going to create a nuclear crisis, blame the U.S., Ukraine, and create more chaos to destabilize Western Europe. His only goal is to stay in power, not be overthrown internally or outside. I agree 100%. And that is a gentleman that worked in the Iron Curtain world during the 80s there in Romania. He knows what he's talking about. When he puts up comments, we pay attention. Yes, we see it already. Ukraine is the pawn. They're the one caught in the middle. And of course, the West, NATO, and America will be blamed. It's going to bring a consolidation of nations together, not only against America and Western thought, but ultimately against Israel. And we're going to see this whole thing unfold. And it's not a conspiracy theory, and it's not some crazy prophecy. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. And we'll see. Everything I'm doing is documented. So maybe one day in the future, years from now, we come back to day 171 and say, oh my goodness, he was right. Or I knew that Joker was wrong. Either way, these things are happening right in front of our faces. You're right, Mark. And good news out of Mariupol, unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. So anyway, there is the update. Thank you guys. Medic Trevor, I see you there, buddy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In fact, Medic Trevor, I'm going to be sending you a message, making sure my stuff's right before I'm out of here. Mariupol, since we were talking about that, life goes on. Here is a picture sent today out of Mariupol. You say, okay, what is that? That is 5 people sitting at the bus stop. Now, typically that bus stop would have had beautiful glass around it, nice benches, maybe some flower pots and trash cans, like a normal bus stop in most cities. And behind it, those buildings would have been beautiful. They're now completely destroyed. People are sitting on an iron rail at a blown out bus stop. Well, what are they doing? Well, they're getting on a bus. What do you mean getting on a bus? They're getting on a bus. Then why do they continue to stay? Because life is continuing for them. Does this mean they're pro-Russia? Absolutely not. But they're pro-staying alive. Let me repeat that. Are they pro-Russia? Absolutely not. They're pro-staying alive. So what's keeping them there? I have 5 things for you. Fear. You're going to see it firsthand in just a few minutes. Fear. Can you imagine the fear that people have to go through a block post way down deep, when literally at a block post you could be accused of something, you could be taken, could potentially be killed? They're calculating, I better not do that. Money. They don't have any. Well, they can just go to the ATM. What ATM? What ATM? Well, they can go to their where they had their money hidden in their sock drawer. What sock drawer? It's destroyed. Well, can't they just get some rubles or something? No. They had Ukrainian bank accounts, and Mariupol is completely disconnected from the Ukrainian banking system. It's only connected to the Russian banking system. 5 Russian banks working inside of Mariupol now. No money. Family. What do you mean family? Well, maybe one of the members of the family still somehow has a job, or granny can't leave. Her health won't allow it. So you're a 55-year-old daughter. You have a 75-year-old mother who's very ill in health. You gonna leave your mom? Of course not. Your son is still able to have a little job there, doing something there in the city. You gonna leave your son? No. Family. Fourth is hope. Hope for what? Hope that the cavalry's coming and gonna take their city back, because it's been promised we're not giving up till all of Ukraine is restored. Straight out of Kyiv, straight out of Zelensky's mouth. We're not giving up any territory. So they hold hope. They want to watch those Ukrainian tanks roll into the city and shout and cheer, or they're hopeless. All of the above basically creates a depression in them where they've given up hope and they're just existing. This answer right here can be applied to any city that is under occupation. That's Mariupol today. Now, yes, the Russian Federation has much more. This was released late last night from the Institute of the Study of War, and I doctored this a little bit to color it just so you can see. So what we really have here is David and Goliath, and we're talking about geography first. Of course, they have 3.2 times the population, infrastructure, equipment. So it's David versus Goliath. This is a map showing Russia, and the pink zones, the plaid zones, are zones where troops are being trained or have been sent to fight in Russia. The hotter red are regions or oblasts where many troops have been sent to Ukraine. The lighter red is very few have. The blue is actually the nation of Ukraine. So I have it colored in for you, minus the occupied territory, which is red. And you're looking at that going, you know what? That doesn't look like the map that I see. I thought Ukraine's down under them. Remember, we live on a globe. The world is not flat. Although there may be 2 or 3 in here that believe it's flat, but trust me, it's not flat. So that's actually where Ukraine is positioned on the globe. That's how much smaller it is. I have 2 main areas there in the yellow, very small. Moscow is the bottom yellow with the green star. And above that, up next to Finland, is the St. Petersburg Oblast with the green star. Your 2 major cities. To the right of Moscow, it's still white, is Nizhny Novgorod, which is another mega city there. Mega region, very rich, wealthy, important. You realize, and I colored those in yellow just so you could see where Moscow and St. Petersburg are. They were white. Anywhere you see white, no soldiers have been sent. The soldiers are coming from other regions. Yes, the RF has much more. I would even submit to you that so far, a majority of what they have sent is cannon fodder. They do not care if many of these Russians from the East who have Mongolian ancestry in them, or Chinese ancestry in them, or Indian ancestry in them are killed. They don't care. But our pure Slavics in Moscow and St. Petersburg, doesn't that sound like Hitler? Our pure Slavics, we're holding them back. They still have more. And they have good more. Slovakia. Today, Slovakia grounded their entire MiG-29 group. You said, what? What is Slovakia doing? I thought they were friends. Oh, they are. They get a big cheer because they grounded their MiG-29s. Well, why? Why is that a cheer? Because as soon as Slovakia grounded their MiG-29s, meaning they took them out of Slovakian service, they're not active, they're grounded, they're now free to give them to Ukraine. And Slovakia will be giving their MiGs to Ukraine. Thank you, Slovakia. That's what it's going to take to win this war. Folks, continue to follow the money. India assisting the Russian Federation by shipping Russian oil to non-sanctioning countries. Russia and India are doing exchanges It is happening right in front of the world's eyes, and nobody's saying nothing. There you have a picture, just recent. Vladimir Putin. I think that's Mohi or Mundi out of India. I don't want to disrespect the man. I can't remember his name. And then, of course, you have Xi there on the right. That's quite a crew there. What's interesting, in that picture, China and India in one region are almost at war, but they're hand in hand right there. Why? Because those cats have a bigger game and picture that they're looking for. Follow the money. Russian Federation has fully, this is from the Institute of the Study of War. This is a think tank, but they got people everywhere and they're accurate. Russian Federation is in full war production. Well, I thought they didn't have the equipment, the computer chips. Really? Turkey's doing business with them. Turkey can get the chips. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you something about Turkey. Remember, Turkey sat on a wall. Turkey had a great fall, and all the king's horses and all the king's men. Not going to be able to put Turkey back together again. They're trying to play a double-sided fence, and it's going to bite them. Yeah, stuff's going to Russia from Turkey. I'm going to show you. India, no problem. Wide open business with Russia. Yeah, but they can't get that Intel chip. Doesn't matter. China. Well, they said they're going to slow down business with Russia. Yeah, and I've got beachfront property in Denver to sell you. Follow the money. They're in full ramp. Speaking of Turkey, I have 5 lines. This was released today, actually out of Ukraine. I had it translated. I want you to notice something here. February 2022, Russia invades Ukraine. I have 5 lines here. The black line is from 2018. This is the amount of exports that Turkey sent to Russia. Look at 2018. That's the black line. Basically nothing. 2019, it's up a little bit. 2020 is the blue line. Up a little bit, and then it come down. 2021, gold line. I wonder if they knew something. But folks, 2022, look at the green line. Massive drop. This is this year. And right there at February, early March, it exploded. It's off the chart. This is 2022 trade. Currently, what's happening? Where is Russia going to get some of their stuff that they need? You're looking at it right there. Turkey's going to load them up. National Youth Day. We saw where President Zelensky did a phenomenal job with youth yesterday. Being presidential, but being a friend, he was a great example. Well, today, you're going to get a testimony from one of these kids. He's from Kharkiv, and he is truly a hero.
Меня зовут Глеб, я живу в городе Харьков. Мы игрались с ребятами на детской площадке, и мне позвонила мама. Мы пошли домой, и когда мы шли домой, я смотрю вверх, и там летела ракета. Я прислонился к углу подъезда, и возле меня упала маленькая бомба. Я Рому начал дергать, чтобы в него не попало. И когда я вытянул руку, в меня попал осколок. Забежал домой, был весь в крови. Я не помню, как это полностью все произошло. В этом году я хотел поступать в Харьковский кадетский корпус, но его разбомбили. И выучиться в нем и пойти в университет службы безопасности Украины.
So there you have. That's the quality of kids in Ukraine. Seriously, good kids. And that's what they were being celebrated with yesterday. And there's a testimony from Kharkiv. Let me catch up with the chat because we're getting ready to turn the intensity up. Folks, just a few more minutes. You do not want to miss this, I promise you. Larry and Debbie, I can't interpret that, but 5 excellent factual and words. Need the spirit of interpretation. Yeah, Mark. China doesn't like America. Uh, Putin's sanctions are working. Who's controlling the flow of money? Moscow. Our sanctions are strengthening Russian resolve in their country, making Putin more popular. They are. And it's also forcing them to do business with people they didn't do business with before at such a high level. Unless the whole world sanctions, there's always somebody that'll do business with you. Even the member of NATO, Turkey. Big business. Now, I also saw here from Ted Morris. He's educating me here. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. A squad is a small military unit consisting of 10, 11 soldiers, normally led by a staff sergeant. Platoon has 4 squads. Okay, thank you. This is why we're here. It's a community that helps each other, educates each other, talks back and forth, encourages. You get to know people and you don't even know where they're at in the world. This is what it's all about. But we're all here together to support Ukraine. Now, let's get to it. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures here. Then I'm going to tell you what happened, and then I'm going to show you the video. Today, we had 2 more humanitarian runs. This is our team. Of course, you know very well, of course, Zhenya. He is still out of communication, but he's doing well. On the left, I want to introduce you to another guy. There I am in Ukraine a few years ago, and I showed you this picture on purpose. That picture is probably 14 years ago, 12 years ago, 14, 15 years ago. Now that I think about it, look at some of the guys in that picture. I want you to see the guy kneeling down there in the yellow shirt. His name is Sergey. So just so you understand, Sergey and Zhenya are best friends. They've been friends for 30 years. They've grown up together. They've worked together, partnered together, ministered together. I've been friends with Sergey there in the yellow shirt as long as I've been friends with Zhenya. We're talking a long, long time. And Sergey is also a part of our team and our family. Yes, Zhenya's the man. Sergey was also running the same types of events. We help fund that. You help fund that. Had a major run today to a certain area that I'm not going to disclose because they're still there. But it was, let me tell you what was to happen. Sergey is in one hot zone, Zhenya's in another. And Sergey's team today was coordinated with the military to do a humanitarian run. I got more clarity just a little while ago. They were supposed to evacuate 12 or 13 people. Unfortunately, they only were able to evacuate 5 of the 13. Additionally, they were also dropping off some food, medical supplies, and basically you bring in the supplies and you bring out the people. And the supplies are left there for the people that they can't carry or can't get out. That's the story. Now, what happens is the military coordinates with our teams, and the military will tell the team when to go. I'm telling you, this is how it works. I'm watching it every day with these guys. The military will say, okay, you're going to that location. We're sending one guy with you. And of course, he's fully weaponized, everything. And they go, you have 22 minutes. You have 12 minutes. You have 18 minutes. You have 26 minutes, whatever it may be. You have this amount of time. Please get in there, drop these 4 cases, pick up these 9 people, 12 people, whatever, and get out of there. That's what they do. So then they fly in a van or their vans. They try to pick up, load up the people. They have a certain window, 20 minutes, whatever, and drop off the supplies and get out. And that was the plan today with our team. The gentleman right there, I'll age him now. This is Sergey, my dear friend. So what really happens during an evacuation mission? My friends, now you know Sergey. He's equal in relationship with me as Zhenya. He doesn't speak English. Well, very little, but had a unique run today. He sent me some stuff. Now I can tell you, I'm going to show you this. They are out of there, and I'm allowed to show you this. You have no idea where it's at, nor does anybody else. So here we go.
Їдемо на Володар, веземо хлібчик, водичку, далі. І заберемо декілька людей на евакуацію. Забули ударчик. Такі у нас красоти. Сауна. Потому себе.
Ну, сиденье сломано, ей сидеть. Сейчас сиденье пересядем. Сейчас.
Быстро.
There you have it. That's what happened today. Everyone is safe. Thank you, Ricochet, but you knew something was coming. The lady was hit in her shoulder and the head with shrapnel. They were under that fire about 10 to 12 minutes, and he was he was laying there praying, and thank God we're gonna be okay. So there we have it. That is not. It's a little different when it's people you know. It's terrible for everything, but I'm telling you the facts, folks, right there. Nobody has that video but us tonight. I promise you. All right, that's the update. You're fully updated, and that is what happens during an evacuation mission. Continue to pray for Ukraine. Tomorrow, Sunday, make sure you're in a church somewhere. You say, well, I don't go to church. Well, watch Watch ours online. We love you. Be blessed. We'll be back in 23 hours for the next update. Ross and Lena, I do want to say that, hey, before we go, guys, right here, these people right here, Ross and Lena, they are viewers out of Tasmania. That's down below Australia, a state there out of Australia on the island of Tasmania. Ross is a retired military, and he's into a lot of computer things, and he is volunteering and helping. We are creating a site, information portal, and all kind of stuff. I don't know. We're just getting started, but this man right here is going to be helping out the experience, this program, the updates, and that's going to be his gift to help Ukraine. So, Ross, thank you very much, my friend, and you guys be blessed. You have the full update. We'll see you in 23 hours. Good night.